Hi everyone, today we're making creamy Tom Yum soup. Tom Yum soup is one of the most popular soups from Thailand. This is a deliciously aromatic hot and sour soup. It can be made with prawns, that's Tom Yum Goong, or with chicken, Tom Yum Gai. Taking it a step further, the soup can be served as a clear soup, which is Tom Yum Nam Sai, and also a creamier version known as Tom Yum Nam Kon. Tom Yum Nam Kon refers to the thick broth, and the thick broth is made by adding evaporated milk, making it a creamier soup, which has also become very popular over the years. Now, I have shared the original version for Tom Yum Goong Nam Sai earlier. Here's a link to that video and you can find it in the description. But today we're making the creamy version with both chicken and prawns, and I'm sure you'll love it as well. So you will need some fresh Thai ingredients that are an important part of any authentic Thai dish, and especially so for Tom Yum soup. So we start off with the fresh red chili. Now these red chilies are milder. You can use 1 or 2 according to your taste preference. We also have 8 to 10 shallots that have been peeled. We're actually going to grind the red chili along with the shallots to make a fresh paste, and apart from this we'll also be using a dried red chili paste made from rehydrated dried red chilies that have been ground to paste. You can either make your own, I do have a link in the description on how to do so, or you can buy store-bought dried red chili paste. Next we need 3 slender stalks of lemongrass, that's the lower stalk portion, and we need 4 Kaffir Lime leaves. If you have large Kaffir Lime leaves, you can use just 2. We also have 4 small Thai red chilies. I'm using red and green. And we also need a nice juicy lime. We can use that to taste. We also need around 3 teaspoons of tamarind paste or solution. We use that to give a sour tone to the soup along with the lime. We're using 10 to 12 fresh gray prawns here, and 300 grams of boneless chicken. The chicken has been cut into small strips or cubes, and the prawns have been butterflied like this. Now you can always make the soup with either just prawns or just chicken, and that's fine as well. So first we're going to make the fresh paste consisting of the red chili and the shallots. To this we're also going to take one of those Kaffir lime leaves and we're going to remove that mid-vein section. We're going to add this as well. Add these ingredients to a small grinder. We're not adding any water, and we're going to grind this to a nice smooth paste. Next, we're going to gently pound the lemongrass, only the white portion. This is to gently release the aroma and the flavor of the lemongrass. Don't pound it too much. You do want to keep the stalks intact. And as we pound, then we're going to remove the harder outer layers. We want just the tender inner portion. Cut away any of the tough bits, and then we're going to slice them on a diagonal like this. This is to make our soup stock. Along with this, we're also going to remove the mid-vein section of the remaining 3 Kaffir lime leaves. Another important ingredient for Tom Yum soup is Galangal. We need a 4-inch piece of Galangal. Galangal is a subtle mustard-scented rhizome similar to ginger. It's also known as Lengquas Laos or blue ginger. So we're going to just slice the Galangal into thin slices. You don't need to peel it. These are the 3 ingredients used to make the stock for the soup. So we're going to add 6 cups of water to a pot, and then we're going to add all these fresh ingredients that we've sliced. We're also going to add 1 chicken bouillon stock cube, which adds flavor. So first we're just going to get this stock going. You want to simmer this for a while to release all those flavors. So I'm just going to set this onto another burner while it simmers, and here I'm adding another pan, a non-stick pan. To this we're going to add 4 tablespoons of sunflower oil, and to this we're going to add our freshly ground paste. As I mentioned earlier, if you want the soup to be spicier, you can add more of the fresh chili, although these chilies are mild. So we're just going to fry this paste until the oil separates and it's nice and fragrant. Once the paste is nice and fragrant, we're also going to add the dried red chili paste at this stage. So I start off by adding only half a teaspoon of the dried red chili paste. You can always add more later, because certain brands, if you've bought store-bought dried red chili paste, can be more pungent than others. So you want to add a little bit and then see how it goes. So once the dried chili paste is incorporated and the oil separates, once again we're going to add the boneless chicken pieces, and then we're just going to fry this in the paste to coat all the pieces really well, and then keep stirring it till all the chicken pieces turn opaque and they're no longer pink. At this stage, I also like to take my kitchen scissors and cut the chicken pieces, any larger chunks, to make them small bite-sized pieces suitable for the soup. And next we're going to add the fresh prawns. I just increase the heat at this stage and I'm going to add those prawns. And then we're just going to stir fry till the prawns turn pink as well. You don't want to fry them too long. I'm just waiting for them to be evenly colored. And now we can add that stock that has been simmering for a while there. So we're just going to pour in the stock. You don't have to remove the pieces of the lemongrass and the galangal, although you can if you want to. People who have a tom yum soup are used to just removing it while they have their soup. So I'm just leaving everything in there. It adds flavor. Now we're just going to simmer it a while. At this stage, I look at the color and I taste, and this is when I add more of that dried red chili paste. So I added about 2 teaspoons worth of the dried red chili paste in total. Just give it a good stir, bring it back to simmer. Also at this stage is when we're going to add that tamarind paste or solution. I'm using tamarind solution, which is less concentrated. If you're using tamarind paste, you might only need less than this. I'm using about 3 teaspoons of this tamarind solution to give it a nice sour tone. Another important ingredient in Thai Tom Yum soup is the Thai fish sauce, but it's not for everyone. It's very pungent, so if you're like me, I like to add just a little bit for that authentic aroma. I add half a teaspoon and then the rest I season with salt. We also add just half a teaspoon of raw sugar or palm sugar. You can use light brown sugar. So it's all about balancing the flavors, the sweet, the spicy, the sour, and the savory. And finally, we're going to add some of that evaporated milk. The evaporated milk is not sweet. It's an unsweetened creamer. So you can add this to taste. You can add a quarter to half a cup of the evaporated milk. I'm using the popular brand Carnation. And just bring it to a simmer once again. And you're almost done. At the very end, we're going to add those whole small Thai chilies, the fresh chilies. I'm using red and green. And we're also going to finally add a little bit of lime juice, freshly squeezed. Just add that to taste, as well as fresh coriander that's been chopped. I added a little bit more of the evaporated milk at the very end. And our creamy style tom yum soup is ready. It's really delicious and I'm sure you'll love it. I hope you do try the recipe. Let me know what you think of this video in the comment section down below. Thank you so much everyone for watching. See you next time. Bye.